Welcome back to another episode of Ranger Gems. You already know we live at the park again. We in the car today again, but we still at the park, so we still tapping into nature as we do per usual. And I want to read y'all something today. I always have to really think about what I want to come to y'all and talk to y'all about. There's so many different things I could say. There's so many different things that be on my mind. I'd be like, man, I could really give y'all a million different things. Anybody who know me that's watching this right now, know I could talk for some hours at a time. So I really gotta think about how I want to approach y'all sometimes and what I want to talk to y'all about, because depending on what it is, we can go on for days when it comes down to certain topics. But currently working on the site, everything is mental, putting up the written versions of the videos and really getting more in depth with what I mean, and just helping you guys get a better understanding of what I'm trying to give off, basically, because again, everything is mental, and sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need that assistance and that guidance from someone to tell us that everything's going to be okay. And I'm a person who's on this journey, who's figuring out as I go, but I'm helping people as I help myself, letting people know that everything is mental. And the more I do this for you guys, this is something that is, I feel like I'm accomplishing a lot. This is like a piece of me. This is what I want to do for life, speak to people and really impact people on getting out of your head so much. So today I just want to talk to you guys about something. I'm gonna read you guys something that I wrote in my notebook, one of several notebooks. I love this. This is dope. But I wanted to talk to you guys about strength. And strength is something that we all have. Strength is definitely internal, if you ask me. But I wanted to talk to you guys about strength. I always give you guys an example of when I leave training. With me training, it helps me get a better understanding of my own personal life. I'm able to connect the things that I learned in training and compare it to my real life, my past life, and what I want for my future. And it's an amazing thing when I get to putting things together. So this right here is from February 21st when I wrote this about strength. I went into training this particular day not feeling the best. And I think I talked about this in one of my other gym videos, but I went into the gym to train this particular day, and I really wasn't feeling the best. I wasn't feeling too much like myself. It wasn't the best morning, a little rough morning, a little bit of a struggle to get out of the bed, but I still made it out of the bed. And as I was training this particular day, it felt like my body just felt numb. I felt like, damn, I don't feel anything today. And I knew I was working harder than I had ever worked. And I think this same day and this same moment is when I realized strength. A lot of the time we really underestimate the amount of strength that we have, but we have to also understand where strength comes from. Strength doesn't always come from when you're in a gym and you're lifting this 150-pound weight or weights or anything like that. The strength comes from within. There is something else that gives you that boost every day to get you out of bed. Your alarm clock is not waking you up all the time. It's not just you that's lifting these heavy weights, and sometimes you have to, that you got to have that mental strength first and foremost. Everything starts within. So you have to have that strength within your mind first to be able to execute certain things. So I'm just going to read certain things that I have in this particular passage out of my notebook, because I want you guys to get a better understanding and a different understanding of what strength is. So by definition, strength means the quality or state of being physically strong. So I ask myself, why is strength always defined by something that's physical and not mental? You know what I mean? It takes a ton of mental strength to physically get going. No amount of weights can change your level of strength. What I mean is, we sometimes have to remove the weight, not touch the weight to gain strength. So a lot of the time, when I talk about removing the weight to gain strength, sometimes you have to have the strength to say, you know what, I need to remove this because it's weighing too much on me. You know what I mean? So if you're getting out of a bad job, a bad relationship, anything like that, removing that weight can make you feel so much better. That's what gives you the strength. That's what gives you the confidence to keep moving. That's what gives you that push that you need to keep moving. Sometimes when you remove the weight, that sometimes is when your strength comes in. It's not always about the weights that you lift. It's not always, well, I can carry this and I'm this and I'm that. I'm strong. Sometimes it's nothing wrong with being strong, but there are times where there's too much on your back. There's too much on your plate. You got to let some of that weight go. That's what gives you your strength. That's what gives you your strength, because the more you add on, eventually you're going to break and you're not strong anymore at that point. So you have to realize and know when it's time to remove weight. Sometimes you may have to remove a weight that you're not ready to remove. That's what gives you the strength. That's what gives you all the strength that you need. So that's just something I always ask myself. And I want you guys to ask yourself that too. Like, have you ever had the strength, or did you need strength to do something? Not anything heavy, but did you need strength to leave a situation? Did you need strength to leave a job? Did you need strength to get out of the bed in the morning? Sometimes that's where our strength comes from. It's not always in the amount of weight that we carry on our back. And they always say, what kills you? What they say? What's that quote? What doesn't kill you make you stronger. But sometimes, you know, it's like, how strong do you want us to be? How much do we have to put on our back to where we break, to where we have to be considered the strong one because we're putting so much extra on ourselves? Picking up everyone else's weight doesn't always give you strength. It's not up to you to pick up everyone else's weight. Leave their weights alone. Let their weights be their weights. You pick up your own shit. You know what I mean? Pick up your own stuff. But don't do too much with yourself. Putting more on yourself doesn't give you the strength. It just doesn't. It breaks you after a while. So yeah, sometimes you have to remove the weight in order to gain that strength. You know, it's so much more than what you can physically carry. What kind of mental weights do you have? Remove them and gain strength. What's on your mind? What mental weights do you have holding you back? Again, sometimes you got to remove that weight. You got to remove that weight in order for you to really gain that strength that you're looking for. Again, I always tell you guys, a lot of things aren't hard. It's not hard, and it's not the easiest, but you have to learn how to make the hard things easy. You have to trust yourself within this process. You have to do this process for yourself. It's not going to always be peaches and cream. Every day it's not going to be all smiley, but you have to have that strength to keep on going. You have to have that strength to tell yourself, no matter what, you're going to keep on going. Having strength is pushing through anything. Having strength is getting out of the bed in the morning, even when you physically may not have the strength. We have to remember our minds have more strength than we will ever realize. Our mind carries so much power and so much strength. You know, they define strength by your physical, but sometimes it takes your mental to kick in for your physical to even move. Don't let yourself fall into this defeat and be weak and be weak-minded. You know what I mean? What you're going through doesn't make you weak. But I will say this, and I'm going to be upfront with anybody. The moment you decide to sit in something and you decide to choose this, you're letting it defeat you. You're letting it make you weak. Don't let anything make you weak. You know what I mean? Continue to push forward. Sometimes strength is so much more than weights. You have to understand this. You know what I mean? And that's just something that I was thinking about, you know, today and this particular day. You know, we tend to put everything on our backs. You know what I mean? We tend to want to be a partner. We want to be a sibling. We want to be a child. We want to be, you know, a worker, an employee. We want to be all these different things. And sometimes we can't take all these things. It's not making you stronger. It's breaking you mentally. The strength isn't always in the physical. And understand, most of the time when you're under stress, if you're anything like me, when you're under stress and you're going through depression and you're going through an overwhelming amount of anxiety, that mental can break you physically to the point where you can literally physically feel sick because of what you have going on mentally. Sometimes you have to remove those mental weights, remove those distractions, remove those things that aren't for you, that aren't aligning with you. Those are those weights that you're carrying that you need to remove. Give yourself the strength. You need the strength to leave that job because it's not satisfying you anymore. Leave it. That relationship, leave it. Whatever it is that's not satisfying you anymore, or whatever, like anything, leave it. Get the strength to do the things that you need to do to succeed in this life and to push forward. Y'all already know every little thing in this life is mental. Like I was saying, y'all, this camera cut me off, but everything is mental, and you guys got to understand that everything is mental. Your mind is powerful. You are powerful. You control your mind. You control your life. Don't let anyone else, don't let anything else control your life. Remove those weights. Gain that strength. Get that strength that you need. You know what I mean? We're going to get it. Everything's going to be okay. I'm going to keep you guys updated on my blog site and everything like that as I continue to add more and more things to it, pictures, and just me letting you guys know, giving you guys information, and really, like I said, breaking down everything that I'm saying in each and every one of these videos. There'll be a blog for every single one. You guys will be able to comment, respond to me, email me, do anything that it is that you please. You already know, per usual, I will see y'all tomorrow, another episode of Range of Gems. And we out. And y'all already know, don't forget, everything in this life is mental. And as we get further along in this, and as we start getting other things started, you guys are going to see more and more that you control your destiny. No one else does. You control your destiny. You control your destiny. You control your destiny. You control your mind. You control your time. You control your day. Don't ever forget, everything